They say you never really know someone. Not truly. Not the person who sleeps beside you every night, whose coffee you make every morning, whose secrets live in the spaces between words. I learned that lesson the hard way. My name is Susan Gilmore, and this is the story of how I discovered that the man I loved for 25 years was a monster, and how I made sure he would never hurt anyone again. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me take you back to where it all began, to a Tuesday evening in October 1997 in our town of Cedar Falls, population 198,000. A town where everyone knew everyone, or at least they thought they did. Our house sat on Maple Ridge, on the outskirts of town where the old money lived. You know the kind of place. Long driveways lined with oak trees, mansions set back from the road, perfectly manicured lawns that someone else maintains. We were the Gilmores, the happy family, the successful family, the family everyone envied. Picture this, a colonial-style mansion, white pillars, black shutters, the works. Inside, hardwood floors that gleamed, a kitchen with marble countertops, and a living room with a fireplace big enough to stand in. This was our home. This was our castle. My husband, Richard, was 47 that year. Tall, distinguished-looking with graying temples that somehow made him more attractive. He wore suits that cost more than most people's monthly rent and drove a silver Mercedes that he kept spotless. Richard was the director of Prestige Marine, the premier yacht dealership serving the entire tri-state area. If you had money and wanted to buy a boat, and I'm talking real boats, the kind that sleep 8 and have their own crew quarters, you went to Richard. I was 45, and I suppose I fit the part of the yacht dealer's wife perfectly. I kept myself in shape, had my hair done every other week at Francine's salon downtown, and I knew how to throw a dinner party that people would talk about for months. I volunteered at the hospital auxiliary, served on the library board, and made sure our home was always ready for unexpected guests. Our oldest daughter, Jennifer, was 20 and had recently moved into an apartment downtown with her boyfriend, Marcus. They'd been together since high school, and wedding bells were definitely in their future. She'd call me every Sunday afternoon, and we'd talk about centerpieces and guest lists, and whether champagne or white wine should be served at the reception. Normal mother-daughter things. And then there was Tommy, our surprise baby, our 11-year-old son who was in 6th grade at Cedar Falls Middle School. He played soccer, collected baseball cards, and could beat Richard at chess more often than not. He had Richard's dark hair and my blue eyes, and when he smiled, the whole world seemed brighter. From the outside, we were perfect, the American dream incarnate. Richard would leave for work at 7:30 every morning, kissing me on the cheek as he grabbed his briefcase. He'd come home around 6:30 most evenings, sometimes later if there was a big deal closing. We'd have dinner together when Tommy wasn't at soccer practice, pot roast on Mondays, chicken on Wednesdays, steaks on Fridays. Richard would ask Tommy about school, help him with his math homework, and we'd watch television together in the living room. On weekends, we'd sometimes drive out to the lake house we owned about an hour away. Richard would take Tommy fishing while I read on the dock. In the summers, we'd host barbecues where Richard would man the grill, flipping burgers and telling jokes that made everyone laugh. Our neighbors, the Hendersons and the Blackwells, would say things like, "You two are relationship goals," or "I hope we're as happy as you are after 25 years. Only if they knew. But here's the thing about perfect lives. They're like those beautiful apples you see in the grocery store. Shiny, red, flawless on the outside, But sometimes when you bite into them, you find rot at the core.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any new secrets. Also, click the bell to get notified of new stories. Share your thoughts and your own stories in the comments below.